Alright guys, so welcome to the next level where we are going to create the characters here. And so what we'll do, we're going to just say, let's look at this area. Okay, this is alright. Let's say Shift A, we click on Mesh, we select Cube, we scale the cube, S to scale, move this cube upwards, and we say Ctrl 2 on our keyboard, and we have to apply the modifier to it. So now we'll come to the right view, and we say G to grab and move this forward, and we're going to shape scale a little bit, move it to the right hand side, go to sculpt mode, say G to grab, and we're going to just push some area in our front view, but we're going to turn off the x-axis also too in the sculpt mode, and just push this, and following our character reference. You don't have to be perfect, but just let it just have that shape of our reference a little bit. Okay, let's just adjust this area, and let's push this forward also too. And so we're going to we're just going to shape this whole mesh just a little bit. Just follow your character reference. I think it's quite not that difficult, but something that you can always do. It doesn't have to be that perfect. Just push some vertices, sculpt it, following your character's reference. Okay, I'll just move this upward a little bit and try to bring this down also too, and come back to this side view, up view, move this backward, um, bring this downwards a little bit. Yes, I think this is okay. So just keep on adjusting until you get the perfect style you want, or desire, or shape you prefer. So I'm just to push this forward also, and I will come here also and move this. I will select this and say Shift A again, bring in another mesh, scale this mesh, and say Ctrl 2 on our keyboard for subdivision level of 2 again. I'm just going to adjust this, rotate a bit, also push it forward also, and say S to scale, Ctrl 2 and say tab, and I will select this side, extrude this place, select that face, and you hold on Control and you right click also on the area you want to extrude to. Alright, I think you say Ctrl Z, and just push this forward also. So you can be very creative in this part of this whole exercise. Alright, you say tab to apply that. We click on apply this modifier, and we go back to sculpt mode and begin to sculpt this hair also. Like I said, it don't have to be that perfect, just something that just look like what is in our reference, just something that just look like what is in our reference. So once we are done with the base mesh or with the basic, then we now refine it also too. So like I said, start with the big particles of the hairs first, then before we start adding details and details and details and details, let's just get the foundation first. Then once we are done getting the foundation, then we can start adding details. So I'm going to select this also, or I can select this and say Shift D to duplicate, right click, go to mirror, and mirror on the X axis. So that's nice. So we have this here also too. I'll say G to grab and move a little bit, go back to sculpting mode, G to grab, and I'm going to move and sculpt this also to follow my character reference. I'm just going to push this forward, so let it not just be the same thing. So I'm going to move this forward also too, and this is nice. Move this forward this way, and move this forward upward a little bit. So just to make it look not that symmetry, like form of asymmetry, like that's okay. So just keep on adjusting until you get the perfect shape of your character here. So I just getting the building block of this whole character here first before we start refining this whole thing. So if you have gotten to this process, I think sculpting is becoming friendly with you, or you're becoming friendly with sculpting. Alright, so let's say Shift A, bring in a new cube, we say S to scale, Ctrl 2 for subdivision level of 2, We apply that modifier. We say S to scale. Let's just stretch this S and Z. Rotate S and X to scale in the X axis. Okay, this is looking cool now, and our hair is coming out this way, so let's look for a way. S and X again, S and Z. Let's push this downwards. Alright, so like I said, let's just get the base of our character. Let's go back to sculpt mode again. Ensure you turn off the mirror, or yes, okay, let's turn it on now. Let's turn on the mirror. So let's push in some vertexes, following your character reference. I'm going to push this upward a little bit. I'm going to push this inwards, just following our character reference. Like I said, you don't have to be that perfect, but just ensure that there is a kind of similarities. At least you're following your reference. That's the main important thing. At least you're following your reference. Alright, so it's good now. Let's see what we can do again. Just push vectors, push vertices, push some ends. So I think this is basic sculpting. This whole series is all about basic sculpting. So if you can sculpt basically like this using like know how to sculpt like this, I think by this way you'll be able to sculpt very complex objects or complex characters. Alright, so now we've done that, so I think this is okay. We'll still shift A again to add some details. Shift A, then we go to mesh back. We say S to scale. Push this to the right and Control 2. Subdivision level of 2. We apply that modifier. We say S to scale, and let's push this to the left a little bit. And let's go to sculpt mode and let's begin to. So now we're just adding small details to the hair, smaller details to the hair. I think this is okay. I'm just going to say G to grab, and let's just push this inwards a little bit just to style it, just to make the character look nice. Alright, so I think we'll just keep proceeding. Alright, so let's just keep doing that now, and go back to object mode. Shift D to duplicate, arrow to rotate. Let's move this upwards, and we can also sculpt this a little bit again. Just do some tweaking and move some vertices. Like I said, always move some vertices. So view, check your character in different views, up views, side views, and see what is going on, what is going wrong, and what is going right. So now I'm going to just select this also. I think I'll sculpt this a little bit first. Take that upward, and I'll select this two and say right click, select mirror on the X axis, then we say G to grab and move on the X axis also too. So now we have these two small chops of hairs, and we can say S to scale them also. We can go back to sculpt mode and let's adjust those ones, and I think is okay. Go back to object mode. Let's select the other okay, let's select this one also too, and let's grab this, move it upwards, just make it a little bit smaller. So you can say Control 3 for your left view on your keyboard, so 3 for your right view, Control 3 for your left view. We have 1 for front view, Control 1 for back view. Alright, we're almost coming to the end of this our character here, so do well to subscribe, do well to like, do well to share, do well to comment, ask questions. I'll be available to reply those questions also too. And if there's anything, you can also get the reference in the description, so you can go to the description. You see the reference of this character. Do well to practice until you are satisfied with what you are doing. Like I said, you don't have to be 100% perfect, but ensure that you're actually getting the flow, you're actually understanding what we are doing here. So let's just select everything, and we're going to join them together to just one piece. So Ctrl J to join. Alright, I think this is okay now. We can say shade smooth. I say Ctrl 2 to add subdivision level of 2 to make it smoother. Alright, so thanks for watching. Do well to share, like, and subscribe again. Thank you.